Good morning, everyone. This is David with Bolivar Live. Well, we're in the studio this morning. We've been out driving around. We haven't made it to the Highland Bridge, and so we're going to have to give you an update on that a little bit later. But I can tell you that I drove from Port Bolivar, and what we're looking at now is the wind direction and the temperatures. Right now, Galveston's 28 degrees. It shows Bolivar down towards Highland 24. I know whenever I came in, it was running about 25, 26 degrees. And you can go to our weather station on our website at BolivarPeninsulaTexas.com. At the top, look under weather, and we have a live weather station. Actually, we have two. One of them's down right now at Fort Travis, but the one at Crystal Beach Fire Department we put up there is live, and it updates, I think, every minute or every 5 minutes. And so, real quick, we're going to look at the roads in the state around southeast Texas real quick and go over some other things that we went over last night. But one thing I wanted you to know is I don't know about the Highland Bridge yet. As soon as we get done with this, we're going to drive down there or talk to one of the sheriffs and check on that. We're also going to check with TxDOT to see what 124 later on this morning is like. But looking at the Drive Texas, and let's pull this map up real quick. We've got a lot we're going to show you today. This is Drive Texas now. Over where Louisiana is, it shows white. That's not snow. That's just not covered in this map. And so you can see, really, from what they're showing between us here on Bolivar and Winnie's, okay, until you get like on I-45 South, they've got some snow and ice still on the roads. And this is the website. You can go to this. It's drivetexas.org. Great map. It covers, actually, let me zoom out a little bit, actually covers the whole state. And you can see as you get up by Dallas and that. Looks like Austin's pretty good. I haven't talked to my mom yet this morning. I'm going to let her sleep in. But Austin area, but it's mainly on the west side of Houston, southwest Houston, down 45, and then especially as you get up into East Texas and up towards Dallas, the roads really get bad. It looked like, and this is what it looks like whenever we'll pop on this one here by Lumberton. And this is South Highway 236. They're showing ice and snow on bridges and overpasses, travel with caution. And so, and you didn't see that one. Let me see here. This one's better. Emmett F. Lowry Expressway 1764. This is what, when you click on those ice and snow badges, the gray areas, what it shows on there. Great map, whether you're traveling around Houston, Bolivar, or even in West Texas. This covers the whole state of Texas, and so it's a great map to look at. And it's the one that TxDOT refers people to because it stays up to date. Now, let's look at the wind and the temperatures again. 28 degrees. It's supposed to get up over freezing today, but I wanted to bring something up. I was just listening to the news, and they had a wind gust in Galveston at 48, and I know last night about 9 o'clock, 8:45, we had a couple outages on Bolivar when I was looking at the energy map, but this morning I don't see them, so I guess they fixed them overnight, probably a fuse or something. But I did notice, and when I got into the office this morning, the digital displays that we have up running were off. And we did have some, I guess, wires touch or something, because we had some, I could hear it in my surge protector last night, which is by my recliner for the computers and stuff, kick in. And so, but right now, as of this morning, 12 degrees is what it feels like with the wind chill. It was cold out. And let me pull up real quick. I did find some ice. This is in the Strip Center parking lot. And I saw some at the big store, just some puddles that were frozen. But the ditches and some of the puddles weren't frozen, depending on how big they were. But this was just taken this morning. I drove through it to see what it was like, and you can barely see my tire track there. And so, any standing water, downstairs around your house, or depending on where your steps were, make sure you watch the steps. I know this morning about 3:30 when Gabby and I went out. Yes, it was cold. The wind was blowing. I checked the steps before I let her out. School closures. And in Gilcrest, we had a wind gust that was measured at 36 mile an hour. And so wind closures. Just when I checked real quick, it looks like Beaumont, PNG, most schools in southeast Texas that I've seen are closed, but make sure you check your local school webpage because they've all got it up there. Chambers County said they're going to do virtual school mode again Tuesday, January 16th, due to the weather. Galveston Independent School District closed Tuesday, January 16th, due to the weather. HISD is closed Tuesday, January 16th. So most of the school districts that I've seen in our area, even up Dallas, in that I didn't check Austin, are closed today. And they do that. The roads may not be bad, but getting the kids out, it's cold. The Bolivar Ferry last night at 10 o'clock went to every 2 hours. Instead of leaving Galveston on the hour, they were leaving every 2 hours. And that'll run through 6 o'clock this morning. And so imagine if you've got to go across and be at work at a certain time, you might want to go a little early because there may be some added traffic down there because of doing every 2 hours. And then at 6 a.m., they said they were going to have 3 ferries running today. And so everything should be back to normal. The big store, when I talked to Keith yesterday, they said they were going to open at 7 o'clock this morning, like they always do. Katie Bar, nothing happened. And so it's just going to be a cold day down here. Once we get to tomorrow and around 11, 12, 1 o'clock, we should be on the downhill slide. It looks like it's going to get above freezing. And it's going to get above freezing supposedly today, probably about, I think last night when I looked, about 1 o'clock. And so I know at our house, every time I got up, we had the hot water dripping the furthest faucet from the water heater. The cold water was dripping the furthest faucet from the entrance into the house. And every time I got up last night to check on things, I ran the hot water, ran the cold water, just enough to purge the lines, and we haven't had any trouble. I ran the washing machine this morning a little bit just to make sure everything. But we also opened up our cabinets, and let me tell you, there's a big difference down here. Every time we've had this cold snap and pipes have busted, the power's been out, and it's hard to warm a house, your floor, your walls, everything when the power's out. You may have some warmth in the house, but I can tell you that floor's not heated like it typically is. And so we're doing pretty good down here. Like I said, if you get out and walk in a parking lot or down your stairs, just check and make sure that, because it stopped raining early last night, the drizzle, and we got the wind. And so yes, I'm on my second cup of coffee. I even drank coffee on the way home last night after 6 o'clock when we did the feed. The Bolivar show that we typically do on Tuesday mornings is Over Road. It's the big store ad. The big store ad does start today. They've got some great sales down there. We're getting ready for Mardi Gras, so you can start stocking up. I know they've got Valentine's Day gifts out, and so you can get those. They're stocked, they're ready. They'll be open at 7 o'clock this morning, and they plan on running regular hours. When I talked to Keith yesterday, he said, no, we're planning on being open regular hours, so if anyone needs anything, they can count on the big store. And that's the great thing about the big store. You can always count on them, whether it's a storm, rain, freeze event, they're open as much as possible, and they have employees that come from Winnie, Port Bolivar, High Island, a little bit of everywhere. And so I want to thank all the employees. Hopefully Joe will be there this morning and have all the hot coffee ready for everyone to get the store opened at 7 o'clock. So anyway, we're going to keep you posted. We've got Prestige Custom Builders show talking about a new house that they've got going up on the market today at 10:30. We've got the Camp Margaritaville show at 4 o'clock. But if we need to, for some reason, to break in, we will. That's what we're here for, is to keep you informed on what's going on. And excuse me, all the advertisers understand that sometimes the show gets bumped because we've got to get some information out. Special Utilities District, I got a letter from them. They closed early yesterday due to the weather and the freezing conditions. They've done everything possible to make sure that the water stays on. And we went on the show last night at 6 o'clock or 6:30. You can go back, and I actually read the. Let me see if I can find it here real quick, and I'll read you what they said. Let me pull it up on my phone because I know I've got it here. TxDOT said they're going to keep us informed. Here's what we got this about 1:50 yesterday from the Bolivar Peninsula Special Utilities District. It says Bolivar Peninsula Special Utilities District has taken all precautions to ensure continued operations to supply water to all customers. Our office has closed due to potential freezing conditions Monday afternoon, January 15th, 2024, through Tuesday, January 16th, 2024. We will open late on Tuesday morning if conditions are safe for our employees. And from what I'm seeing, there's no water or ice on the road. Everything's looking good out there, so I imagine they're going to be back open. In preparation of freezing temperatures, we wanted to remind you of a few easy steps to take to help avoid pipes from freezing. Leave water faucets, cabinets open so that plumbing is exposed, and allow a slight drip from the faucet to allow the connection to flow will both help. Also, ensuring that any exposed pipes or faucets are properly covered can help to avoid freezing. Please be advised that if during this time, if our meter out at your address indicates a leak, and a lot of times they'll go through and they'll open it up and look to make sure if there's no one there, your meter's not running. Please be advised that if during this time, if our meter at your address indicates a leak, our operations staff may temporarily turn off the meter and notify you by door tag or phone call to avoid water loss causing the entire system to bleed down. And that's what happened when we had the freeze a couple years ago, or 4 years ago. Is it hit so hard, and we hadn't had one. No one was prepared, and there were busted pipes everywhere, and it was actually draining the system. So they started in High Island and cut all the water off, and then they went down each road, turned it on, checked, turned off the houses so that they could build back up. And so that's the precautions they've made. Bolivar Ferry is going to start running regular service at 6 a.m. They've been running every 2 hours instead of on the hour since last night at 10 o'clock. School closures, Galveston ISD is closed. It looks like Chambers County is virtual school mode today. Beaumont PNG is closed. Gilchrist, we had a wind gust last night to 36 mile an hour, in Galveston to 48 mile an hour. It was probably Galveston, maybe in between the buildings and stuff, maybe a little higher. But anyway, we're going to keep you connected on what's going on down here. Go to drivetexas.org, and you can see this map that we have up. The gray areas are where there's snow or ice on the road. That will change today. You can see the Austin area. It's just got mainly construction icons. And so you can go there and drivetexas.org. Here's the temperatures right now. 24 degrees here in Crystal Beach, Texas. 26 degrees in Galveston. Looks like 23 degrees in High Island. And then once you get up, looks like towards Winnie, it's about 21 degrees. Port Arthur's 22. Uh, 19 degrees west of Houston, 18, 17 around Katy. So we've got some cold weather. I know when I talked to Beth yesterday in Waxahachie, it was 14 degrees and never moved. So hopefully they're staying warm up there. We'll keep you posted. That's what we're here for, Bolivar Live, to let you know exactly what's happening live here on the Upper Texas Coast, Bolivar Peninsula. We're going to head on out. Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember, the big store ad kicks off this morning at 7 a.m., just like normal. We're just giving you the weather update. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless. We'll see you this weekend here on Bolivar Peninsula. God bless and bye bye.